Good morning, everyone. And again, I just want to say sorry for the change up. We're early today. This is really just because they're doing some construction in the neighborhood. Um, got a note and chatted with some of the Seattle City Light folks, and we're gonna have a power outage for a few hours, and they don't know when it's gonna end. So hopefully it'll be done by 8 p.m. tonight for our second meditation. But we're just getting going with our morning liberation meditation. And I think we're going to start off a little differently today because we haven't talked about it. And the most important practice, which is actually the simplest form of meditation itself, is gratitude. And you don't need a fancy practice of meditation for that. So, one of the ways that I like to start my day is really just in some silence. And before I speak, before I even yawn and let anything out, I just try to be present for those first moments of the morning when everything is still relaxed and calm and quiet, to just be grateful that I have another day. So we're going to get into that with a little bit of our tapping of the bells, with our pranayama breath. So allow yourself to take nice deep inhales while we tap the bell, and get your last few wiggles out if you have them. I'm going to take another quick drink. So let's go ahead and get going here. Again, we close our eyes and remind the body that this is our time to simply let go. Our first breath relaxes the mind as we tell ourselves, simply let go, and watch over the body while we explore. Our next breath, we cool our emotions with love. Our next breath, we tell the body to relax and rest a little bit more. And with our final breath together, we bring our attention to ourselves, this silent witness. As stated earlier, we allow ourselves to sit in silence and hold on to gratitude within our heart. Our entire tone for the day and beyond changes. It is truly a gift to wake up another day. For so many do not get this opportunity. Each moment is a precious gift, one that we never know which can be taken away. It's this humility, this acceptance and knowing that life is a gift, not guaranteed, that calms all waters of angst and hatred. It eliminates all fires of passion and division, for it humbles us with the truth. With birth, we are destined for death, but it is the life we are given in this experience in between that is the most important. nice big smile on our face. We simply accept this love and gift and cherish it. And allow our heart to shine forth with warmth and love and light. Each moment we bring ourselves back to this true position of thankfulness, of gratitude. Allow your own knowing of family and loved ones lost to again remind you of life's fragility and how much of a precious gift it is that you're sitting here today, breathing and experiencing life. And we allow ourselves to recall all of those close calls within our own life, all of those moments that we can say we were lucky, for life is always looking out for us, providing for us. It is a great teacher, and it is the ultimate expression for that which what we are itself. And although we thank life, we express our gratitude towards this loving gift of experience. We must go beyond in our humility and remind ourselves that you are life itself. And as gratitude is the clearing of the ground for the ego, seeing life for how it really is, and coming to identify and know yourself for what you truly are. Is the next task for this silent witness, in which we know as I. Allow yourself to question freely and openly what lies beyond this body. Where do you go when the body drops away in sleep? Ultimately, we must come to the recognition that again, birth and death are destined, but life in between is beyond both. that is eternal. And you can come to recognize this infinite nature through the simple letting go of assumption. As is the spiritual search. When we let down our shields and armor of conditioning, we are finally left to feel the breeze of truth against the skin. When we take off our glasses of beliefs and assumptions, we're able to see the brilliant night sky and stars. We must come to understand that so much of life has been an accumulation of concepts, of ideas, of teachings and lessons from others. And many of us invest our entire lives in collecting information, gaining experiences. Ever more rare are the people who question the experiencer. When you shift your focus towards this inner looking, know that life is on your side to reward you with not only truth, but opportunity to grow and to be as happy and satisfied as you secretly yearn for. We all aspire for more. It is natural. But the only source that can ever quench the thirst is from the well of our own being. This simple divine source of life for all. We were never intended to worship gods or beings outside of us. For we are intended to worship the divine within. And in that sense, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how long you can sit down for with your eyes closed. It doesn't matter what you do for others or yourself. For when you align yourself with truth, life flows through you effortlessly and more strongly, vitalizing you, energizing you. For you're no longer swimming up against stream, but flowing with the waters of truth. So what is it holding you back? What's stopping you from actualizing everything you've ever dreamed of? What's stopping you from healing and letting go? You're the only one that knows. Gratitude is this most powerful form and practice of meditation because it's simply praising that which should always be praised. It humbles us and roots us closer to our true position, open, loving, kind, curious, like we were when we were children, before we became learned in this game of personhood. We were naturally loving, unconditional. We are naturally curious, driven to understand and do. And we were naturally silent witnesses. For we learn so quickly when we simply observe. The role now as we age is to unbaggage all of the lessons of personhood that conflict with the truth of life and experience, and to set it aside so you may foster and grow the new. And in many ways, when we uncover our spiritual past, we become more and more like we did when we were children, except not so dumb. Because with experience, we gain the ability to discern. And when we use this inner looking and discernment with the objective, truth, discovery, liberation, and letting go, we open ourselves up back to this childlike state of openness, of love, of excitement for life, and most importantly, we come to see that it never went away. Gratitude is the doorway to eternal youth. For every act we do can be an expression of such thanks. Every moment we can marinate ourselves in the openness of love. Allow yourself to reflect upon the most pained version of yourself, the most ungrateful version of yourself, and simply embrace them with love. For the biggest conflict in life that most are plagued with in the heart is how we feel life should be versus how it actually is. However, when we do this, we ignore the lessons life may be trying to teach. We miss out on these opportunities to heal and to let go. We must see that gratitude is a powerful source, for it can give us the courage to confront these dark and upsetting things about ourselves. But know that these aspects of all people are inevitable to confront. You grew up in a corrupt world. It is not your fault, but it is your responsibility to heal yourself, to rise above the petty natures of man, and to forgive yourself, others, and to embrace the experiences openly, without judgment, so you may fully see. For the most difficult practice of gratitude itself is to apply this and smile through all adversity. For when we are grateful for every experience, there is no such thing as an obstacle or a challenge. It is just life. And you approach it with the tenacity of a child. Allow yourself to let go of your assumptions and beliefs, for they hold you back from openly witnessing life. And it's not a simple act of letting go. Because for the mind and heart, we must understand why we should let go. For time and continual energy investment has created paths of least resistance. And for the mind and heart, it's contradictory to the body. For example, the body will let go of a hot pan instinctively when it is harmed. However, the emotions of the mind have a tendency to hold on even tighter. And the only thing that can release the grip of the mind and heart is our understanding. So we must explore and reflect and process these experiences like our stomach digests food in order to fully absorb the lessons to be learned and to gain the nutrients or experiences and perspective changes from them. And none is easier than through the path of gratitude and humility and this loving appreciation for life that we give our thanks to. Allow your breath to fill you up with love and courage. And let the body begin to smile as you bring yourself back to being grateful for this opportunity to live. We remind ourselves of all the things we really love about life. For our honesty, again, brings us back to this ground of being our pure self. And we all love experience. That's why we come back each morning. So address the truth about what you love of life. And always start from within. Fall in love with each moment. And fall in love with each breath. And when we do so, each inhalation fills the body up with the aromas of love and light and happiness. And the more we come accustomed to this space, the more natural it becomes. And as we always flow in life, this stems into our new path of least resistance, and we flow with truth as truth. And with our last big breath, we simply tell ourselves how much we love life and this experience to be. And whenever you're ready, you may open the eyes. And that has concluded our meditation for this morning. I wanted to say thank you so much for joining me this early expedited morning. I really appreciate it. And I hope that this practice of gratitude can help heal your heart. I hope that it can help you change the way you start your day. Nothing is more powerful than waking up and instantly humbling yourself with that reminder of our mortality. It completely changes the way you perceive the rest of the day. And again, I saw a little unstable connection warning, so I'll repeat that in case I got cut off. Again, it's the most important thing to start with as when we humble ourselves with the truth of our mortality, right when we wake up. Oh, it's a beautiful day to be alive. I'm grateful I get another day. It's powerful. It's beyond powerful. And I try to wake up like that every day. Sometimes it's, oh man, I'm cramped in bed because I'm getting pinned. But right after that, it's immediately, I'm pinned by the ones I love. You know? So it's an incredible way to change how you instinctively handle stressful situations. And it's the most liberating one, in truth. Because if you have someone get in your face, you have someone that's just dealing with a bad day, and you know how everyone takes that stuff out, you can remind yourself that, wow, I'm just so grateful that I've practiced to be aware that I can keep my emotions in check. It's always allow life to be an opportunity to always self-reflect upon your experience. And when you utilize each moment like that, you grow even faster and faster because you're utilizing everything for this race of life, right? This race of growing and understanding and learning more. And I don't know how to express it. It's kind of hard to put into words, but it's that in the meditation, it was said as the path, you're not fighting upriver. You're no longer confronting and going against the natural flow of life. And that is just effortless truth and happiness and peace. I always tell my students life is far simpler than what people have made it to be. We overcomplicate things, we overthink things, and we self sabotage 99% of the time. There's not much chaos out there. Life is a truly beautiful dance, and when you are in step with it, you're not really getting your feet stepped on so much. You're not tripping up, you're not knocking other people over. So it's important to recognize when you root yourself in these absolute knowings, these truths that we can all experience like that, then you become more situated and anchored or rooted in the divine truth. And it's unwavering. It'll provide you so much love. It'll provide you so much strength. And most of the time, you won't even be thinking about it. Honestly, once you get to that state of unfoldment, the mind drops. That inner peace and calm you feel during your meditation becomes your daily flow, or your 100%, I don't know, your norm. Because again, this process of spirituality is removing all of these things that cause chaos and tensions. It's literally transcending them. I always like to encourage people, give it a shot. Try it a few times in those moments of difficulty and stressful situations and see how the body responds differently. See how much less the emotions are amped up. See how much less the thoughts are racing. The intensity in which you feel them inside will be diminished. One powerful emotion that, might have made your blood boil, or one thought that might have made your heart break, it went from, about an 11, that spinal tap volume, to maybe like a 2. And then once it's that quiet and you're not fixated on it so much, it just kind of fades itself out. It drops away. And gratitude is the most powerful practice for all these things because, again, you're directly tapped into the truth. And you don't need to experience these things spiritually. And that's one big fundamental difference that should be addressed, is that with all these other pointers and things that I'm walking you towards, is that you can experience these things firsthand. And ultimately, for many of them, you have to truly understand them. But with gratitude, it's the one practice in which we don't need anything, no prerequisites, nothing. It just more so depends on your creativity and what you want to be thankful for. And that's the true power because it enables you to be in the position and opportunity to receive grace far earlier than any of the other methods and forms of meditation. Because again, those, you have to kind of know what you're doing, you have to know who you are, and you have to kind of continue to develop them. But with gratitude, it's wake up, be happy. And that is the power and potential of gratitude, to wake up, to instantly realign yourself. Because it's that, again, truth and honesty is the path of life. And when you're honest and aligned with it, it flows with you. Whew. It's beautiful. It'll test you. It'll test your gratitude. Believe that. But understand that it's the love and gratitude that yields so much more than any type of hate and rumination. And even, you know, even Jesus tried to tell us in all the different spiritual figures of, turn the other cheek. That's what a lot of that stuff really means. Just like, you know what? You're having a bad day. I'm grateful for what I got. This isn't that bad. Do what you need to do. I'm cool. And then it just gives you another point to self-reflect upon, to validate your own existence, to validate your own growth and development. That like, wow, that situation probably would have irked me like 3 days ago, and now I'm cool. So use this as another tool in your arsenal to level up. Use this as that tool to ease situations and tensions. And my last note before I get going for the morning is, when you do this, especially in those situations when you're really pulled to react and retaliate and to go out of your way to do something, take a breath, go over how you can be grateful for this moment and what it can show you and reveal it to you. And when you start looking at each experience as, well, what is this trying to show me? What is this trying to reveal to me? You'd be surprised just how much life opens up and kind of naturally highlights everything for you to see. And it's in those moments that we have these recognitions that we can grow and we liberate ourselves from. And when we're doing this, each moment, with each breath, you a dangerous spiritual being. Oh, man. I love this stuff so much. It's been the most rewarding. And again, I'm just so grateful that you joined me this morning, that I can express this stuff with you. And I hope that you share it with people. I hope that you can live out your truth. And when others look at you and take note and like, dang, you're like on another level. What's going on with you? You're looking a little extra. You're feeling a little extra. You're sounding a little extra. You can tell people. You can speak confidently. Yeah, I started meditating. I started really working on my inner self. I started healing my heart and see just how much that relates and connects with people, how much it inspires them. Love really does make the whole world go around, and one act of kindness, one simple act of kindness, can truly change someone's life. I know it has for me. One act of calling me, one act of holding the door open for me, one act of, hey, are you okay? Those moments have changed my life and put me on a spiritual path to grow and heal. And for many people, it was just, no, I was just holding the door open for you. No, you just seemed off. I was just trying to see what's up. They thought nothing of it. But for me, it was a mountain of strength. So recognize that. Humble yourself with the truth of your own experience. Everyone feels, everyone suffers, and we can all connect and relate on that level of the heart. So be your most genuine self, be grateful, go out into this world and love it, and love yourself for your life. So, namaste. I bow to the divine within you. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I had to start a little earlier, but I appreciate your flexibility. We'll be back at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And again, we'll be back on at 8 p.m. tonight. Hopefully, they have the power and everything back on. But have a great day. I love you. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share if you can. I love you so much. Have a great day. And remember, every moment, breathe in that gratitude, baby. Peace.